I love that you guys came back into my video. I have a nice, beautiful topic for you. I have how to work everything. I realize that you realize in this video you will learn everything about how to learn everything. I realize that no matter what, you must always work everything in your life in order to connect the dots, in order to benefit your life, in order to be a prosperous person and also an abundant person. You have to realize that when you're speaking in this manner, you can do that. I'd rather you just speak I in every sentence. I need you to go slowly. I need you to say that I will prosper with abundance. I will do better. I will also be positive. I will do everything. I have to realize that no matter what, when I speak, I give you benefits. I need to give you benefits in a way that you're going to lift. I have to give you benefits in a way that you're going to succeed. I have to give you benefits in a way that you're going to really lift yourself to success. I realize that when you work everything in life, you need to realize that you need to go broad. You need to be a person who's broad. You need to be a person who's always lifting others with the you and I. You have to realize that you and I is the most important message in life. I is everything. You is everything. I and you is the same tonality and everything. You need to realize that I is also you. You need to realize that those people who connect the dots will always lift up other people and always benefit the most in their common area and life. You have to realize that those people who are serious about their business and doing it for free and doing it for God, I promise you, they can always learn more about everything. You need to be able to be a grower, you need to be a doer, you need to be open-minded, and you need to be a person who's just growing in a way that you're never stopping your work. You need to include your I in every single message, and you need to realize everything belongs with you when you are growing. I see those people who are growing, I see them really investing the I in their message. I see them really working everything in terms of learning more. I see them also in terms of loving life. I see them also in terms of doing everything they can to succeed because they believe in themselves. I need you to believe in yourself in a way that is always going to lift you. You need to always be a person who's improving yourself in your communication. You need a journal in order to work everything. You have to realize that for myself, I have to work everything in a video. I have to actually broaden my horizon. I have to look at my surroundings, and I have to give you ideas as much as I can with the you and I symbolization. You have to realize what you and I symbolization is. I really speak with the I as much as I can. I really speak with you as much as I can. I realize that I increase my I intention and your intention always. I realize that when I speak with you, I'm always increasing your attention in me. You need to realize that when you're always giving something of abbreviation, that you're always learning and connecting the dots for yourself, because I promise that's the only way you'll learn. I promise you that you never learn without the you and I. You need to include your you and I message in everything that you actually speak about. You need to realize that you always have to see that there is always something to do. You need to lift others in a way for free so that you can realize for freedom that you can do anything. You need to realize that you need to go inside of your bags of tricks. I promise you that you have bags of tricks. I promise you have more than one. I promise you that you have so much skills right now that you can go and teach someone for free something about what you're passionate about. I promise you that you must be passionate about your life in order to work everything. I promise you that those people who are really abundant in richness and have money are always the people working for freedom. I promise you they are always the people who are saving people's lives and also are taking a risk to die for it. You need to take a risk in order to get higher. I promise you that no matter what, people are going to destroy you in a way that you must never let them. You must realize that you must never take a risk. You just have to grow anyway. You will realize that when you're growing and you're a person of status in the life, you realize that evil people will be surrounding you. You realize that egos will be around you. You have to watch your back. I will say, although that you watch your language as you speak, I promise you that you need to do something uplifting. I never care if you get shot. I need you to live your life to the fullest. I need you to see that you're worth living in this life. I need you to live life fully, as Jesus did. I never care how they kill you. I need you to promise me something. I need you to promise that you're never scared about the ego world. I promise you there are so many egos out there. I promise you that any one of them can kill you. I promise you that you can go on the street right now and somebody can shoot you. I promise you that it's happened for no reason. I promise you that it can happen to you. I don't care where you are in life. I promise you can be in a plane and be a nobody and die for no reason. I need you to start living life right now. I never need you to be scared of the Rothschilds. I never need you to be scared of who's assassinating all these leaders. I promise you, I've now promised myself to step up. I never care about them. I will get shot. I never care anymore. I promise you, I need to lead. I need to live my life the fullest. I need to live my life to the fullest. I need to do something incredible so that I can live so that I can really enjoy myself. I need you to realize when you're speaking with the and to enjoy yourself, you need to realize that you need to abbreviate more in what you're saying. You need to use your I more directly. I see what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I love you. I love your heart. I swear you're so brave. I need you to elaborate your I. I need you to really be selfish about it. I need you to realize that you deserve your I more than anybody. I need you to see Jesus lived with the I intent. I need you to follow me. I love you guys. I need you guys to go and gather some food. I hear Jesus say. I need you to realize that you need to also speak your I. I realize that when I call somebody, I say, I hear them watching me. I hear them watching me. I would love for you to help me out. I need to get this. I don't know where to find it. I promise you, I already asked the question in the I. I made the person aware about what I need. I never even asked. I just demanded it. I promise you that Jesus never went up to people and said, would you follow me? I promise you, although, he did ask the question also. I promise you that Jesus asked the question through demanding it. I need you to follow me. Oi! I need you to come with me. I promise you that that is a question. I need you to follow me. I promise you that people can say no. I promise you that people can say no to that. I promise you when they say no, I promise you that your question has been rejected. I need you to realize that you can always speak in video about your I intent. I promise you can always lift people through what you see. You can connect the dots. I promise you that you always have to put your I as much as you can. I promise you that those people who have a journal and are writing the I message as much as they can and increasing the I factor, such as I did already, I promise you that you can go inside my Mega Drive and watch my course about the how to I factor. I promise you that way you will elevate in your I message. I is everything in terms of life. Those people who have life are having their abundance felt by freedom. I promise you those people have metaphors. I promise you they have waterfalls all around them. I promise you they bring an imagination of stars and galaxy and the Star Wars saga into their life. I promise you they are just fictional characters everywhere who love to always go into the cartoon cinemas. I promise you they are always people who are Harry Potter in terms of the Philosopher's Stone and people who are such as Zig Ziglar, always motivating people. I promise you that I use abbreviations and metaphors here to show you something of Buddha nature. I promise you I use metaphors in a way that you can see something that is the sun. I can show you the Sahara Desert. I can show you something of mummy nature in the movie The Mummy. I promise you that's also something of a metaphor. I promise you that you'll go into that. I promise you that you'll grab it. I promise you that you'll be inspired by metaphors. I need you to see that you need to use images to really correlate with metaphors. I realize with metaphors you can do anything. I realize you can go to the eagle of Serbia. I realize you can have an eagle right here. I realize that eagle will always love you. I realize that is a metaphor. I realize that is a metaphor. A simile is something that's similar. I need you to be with me because we need to look together in the same way. I promise you that is a simile. I promise you a simile is anything that you relate with somebody. I realize that a metaphor is something that you can always you can throw the cannonball into the pinball machine. I promise you that pinball machine will throw out Jackie Chan. I promise you that is a metaphor. You only get images with that. I need you to understand that the more you can do this, the more you can always write books, the more you can do anything. I need you to see that the more you do anything in life, the more you'll be happy. I realize that you need to speak your I intent in every single conversation. I never need you to never live it out. I just stuffed up. I realized I always mistaken myself. I always realized that I still can use my I anyway. I realized when I fail without my I realize I will go back to it even better. I realize something in my life is always improving. I'm always looking for ways to grow. I realize how to connect everything. I realized I went today on social media. I rekindled 3 friendships from the past. I realized I just said something from the past that I did with them. I realized I had a 10-year friendship with you. I never need to destroy that with you. I apologize for what I've done. I realized I would love to continue this for the next 100 years. I accept your apology, the woman says. I understand. I now have a friend in her for the next lifetime. I realize no matter what, that Jim Rohn said, be all you can be. I need you to be all you can be. I never need you to destroy your family and relationships around you and your friendships. I realize that no matter what, you need more friends and companions in your life. I promise you that the biggest companion of your life is you. I promise you that anybody will fall short of your glory. I promise you, you must be number 1 in your life. I promise you that you need to get that number 1 and you need to stick it on God's throne. I need you to put God above you. I need you to be the second most in life after God. I need you to be first in your life. I just need you to realize that when you're first in your life, you're doing it for God, please. I never need you to do it for yourself. I never need you to do it for your own selfish pleasures and needs. I need you to do something far greater than you. I need you to go do work for free for God. I today at Instagram, I went into Instagram. I today in Instagram went and wrote a bio link. I connected my link tree. I also connected my Mega Drive. I connected everything because I am reinstating myself as a public speaker and leader of this world. I promised I was going to go behind the scenes about it. I just can never stand watching Tony Robbins up there only and just watching him do everything. I need to help out. I need to jump in with Tony Robbins. I need to jump in with all these leaders of mine that I grew up watching. I need to go around the world and enjoy my life to the full capacity that I can. I never need to be behind the scenes doing all this for myself. I can do it behind the scenes. I need to be in the live scenery action with people. I realize that my true passion is life coaching. I realize I also do have music in my blood. I do music also. I can do both. I can coach people and do my music and do my music university and coach people in music also. I can sing, I can do anything. I can rap, I can rhyme, I can bust the rhymes. I can do anything, guys. I need you to realize that you can also do anything when you're speaking your I. I, baby. I is everything. I realize Tony Robbins says, say hi. I need you to say I. I love it. I love you. I realize that when you're always connecting the dots and you're moving forward and you're always doing something to improve your life, I promise you that you do it for free. I promise you that you'll grab some wisdom from that video and you'll spread it out and you'll inspire someone, and I promise you that you'll create a positive impact into the world. I promise you that it's about that. I promise you it's about better communication skills. I promise you it's about better leadership skills. I promise you that you never need to be around people. I also need you to be around people. I need you to mix with people so that you see how to ask questions and also how to use your I factor and also how to use your you in action. I need you to realize that you need to use the I and you with a question mark when you're interviewing people in a podcast and also when you're around companions. I need you to see that humans are more important than non-human animals. I never need you to love non-human animals more than humans. I never need you to love yourself and the world more than God. I need you to realize that you love something more than God. I realize that more than God is always God. I realize that God is infinite. You need to love God the most. You need to do something for something greater than you in life in order for you to really find your true passion and what it is you need to do. I promise you, what it is you need to do is something that correlates to something above you. You need something above you. You need to work for something greater than you. I promise you that when you're working something for greater than you, you're always going to learn how to connect everything together. I promise you, you'll always learn how to work everything. You need to realize that connecting the dots and finding the wisdom you need and being around the leadership people of the world who are really updating you in a way that they're going to help you and also giving you free knowledge and never scamming you with money. I promise you, those people are leaders of the world who are really working for God. I realize that anybody who's pricing themselves today, I promise you they're working for the devil. I promise you that never means that money is evil. I promise you money is never evil. I promise you that working for money is evil. Because that is the love of money. I realize that in the Bible it says that the root of all evil is the love of money. The Bible never states that the root of all evil is money. I promise you that where you give your money can be evil. I promise you that you do positive in the world. I promise you that you'll never be evil. I promise you that negativity is evil. I promise you that anything that's causing people to die and fear is evil. I promise you that money alone in this world is never evil. I promise you that you can use anything in this world to help yourself do better. I promise that if you use anything of this world in terms of exertion to get up on somebody else, I promise you that is evil. I promise you that you can use money to kill people. I promise you that's evil. I promise you that also you forbid the Bible in that message. I promise you that in the Bible it says, "Thou shalt not enter the kingdom of God for those who kill." I never need you to kill, because that way you will be into eternity with God. I need you to realize that killing will also send you to prison. I promise you that anything that you can grab and hit someone with it, I promise you that is evil. I never need you to do that. I never need you to use your hands to hit someone. I never need you to do that. I promise you that's evil. I promise you that you'll never ever even go and hit a little baby. I promise you that you will be struck down by people. I promise you that no matter what, I hope you never do it. I've seen people do it. I've seen the parents hit the kids. I promise you that's evil. I promise you that people are killing non-human animals. I promise you that's evil. You may be a person who's eating a sandwich that is $10. I promise you just got ripped off anyway. I promise you that beef burger has a being in it. I promise you a pig had to die for that. I promise you a cow had to die for that. You can also grab food that you never have to kill anything in this life that has a life, that has a heart. I also have to speak better. I have to really do better. I have to see that no matter what. So I've been traveling Australia now for 10 months. I realize no matter what, I'm having a blast. I realize people say, "How do you get your money, Danny?" I realize no matter what, that the money comes in the freedom. I need you to never worry about how I get money. I never need you to worry about how to get money. I never need you to get money at all. I need you to start working for freedom. I promise that you will start learning much more about how to get money. I promise you that when you're working for freedom, that money is never an issue. I promise that those people who are going behind your back and asking everybody how you get your money, I promise that they are that they are your enemies. I promise you that they are jealous of you. I promise you that they despise you. You need to realize that there is a better world out there when you're only giving information for free. I need you to give information for free, and I never need you to price anything. I can never price this video for $10. I'd be worth $10. I'd rather be worth for free. I'd rather be worth freedom. I promise you, I'd rather do it for free. I'd rather this way for myself to really just amplify people. I never have to ask for anything in return for my video. I promise you, I'll just go give the service for free. I promise you, I'll gain what I need in that. I'll gain some attention, I'll gain some shares, I'll gain a legacy, I'll gain everybody's eyes, I'll gain some women who love me, I'll gain better wisdom because I was in the face in front of you for 1 hour. I also learned something in the process. I fucking never wasted my time anyway. I never fucking wasted my time anyway. I fucking realized that $10 is only going to get me some food for the day. I need you to realize that you never work for money. I need you to have companions. I need you to have freedom. I need you to have God. I promise you that when you price yourself with $10, I promise you that you also miss God. I promise you that God is finished with you in life. I priced my book before. I have to go take it out. I have to go and take it off Amazon. I tried. I told Jeff Bezos, I need to get my book off your site. I promise you that the guy is really doing my head in. I realized that I signed a contract for 7 years to have it on Amazon. Although can go on Amazon now, I can put it for free, my book. I realized that now people on audible.com have my audiobook also. I realized I have to go there and I have to put it for free. I have to take it off Audible. I realized I have to do this. I realized that Jeff Bezos is pricing everybody. I realized that guy's pricing everybody. I realized no matter what, I realized that Jeff Bezos is doing something amazing as well. I realized he's giving service. I realized that he is never even pricing himself. I realized he's honest in what he's doing. I just have to go and never price myself ever again. I realized that when people give you an opportunity, you need to just go for free. You need to realize that free work is everything. I never need you working in a 9 to 5 as a teacher in Year 7. I never need you to be a Year 7 high school teacher. Who cares about that? I promise you that nobody cares to be a school teacher today. I promise you that is the old way of life. I promise you that I am a school teacher, I just do it for free. I promise you that what they have in common in terms of 9 to 5 school teaching, I promise you they're working for money. I promise you they're never working for God. I promise you that they came there for the money. I promise you they never even came there to teach about school. I promise you they never even came there to teach anything about life. I promise you they're just standing there and wasting time. I promise you that is selling their soul to the devil. I promise you that those people have no lives. I promise you that it's middle class. I promise you they'll always be middle class that way. I promise you that people who are really billionaires and trillionaires and people who really do freedom are always the richest people. I realize that I said something over here. I need you to realize that the people who are billionaires and trillionaires who work for free are only the people who are unlimited. I realize there are people who are trillionaires and billionaires today who are working for money also. I never need you to be those people. I realize that you can make all the money in your world when you're working for free only. I also never need you to talk about money. I need you to talk about freedom. I realize that freedom is more than money. I realize no matter what, you can talk about anything. I just need you to realize that the wisdom of life is connecting the dots and really emphasizing with everybody about what you're doing. I need you to see how my Instagram looks. I need you to see no matter what that my Instagram has a beautiful message planted in it. I said, I am free, guys. I work for freedom. I work for God. I can grow without you anyway. I'm here for you and to support you. I have below over here my university. I need you to click it. I have a nice, beautiful Instagram of my photos. I say, I entrepreneur. I entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. I say that an entrepreneur is somebody who problem solves and does something for free. I promise you that way you can always find your way. I promise you that those people who are always giving their life for freedom, I promise you they're teaching on the go. I promise you they're doing something amazing. I promise you their communication skills are way leveled up than before. I promise you that you can go and watch my first course and how I started off my series. In the how-to series. I promise you I was fat. I promise you I looked uglier than this person. I promise you I was very slow. I promise you I was never even close to this person. I have to ask what changed. I realized what changed. I started to improve. I started to go behind the scenes. I started to do videos. I started to travel. I started to get away from the crowd. I started to elaborate inside my story. I started to do all this journaling. I started to just write my journal. I started to write about everybody and everything and what I've done and my story and everything in just one journal. I promise you it never has to be in order. I started to stay away from certain aspects of life. I fucking made it much better. I realized I have more money. I stay away from most foods. I stay away from most people. I start to grow now. I stay away from most subscription plans. I stay away from most pricings in life. I only go to a certain simple basic product that I need. I only go for what I need. I never go for what I want anymore. I go for what I need today to get me higher. I need accommodation today. I need clothing today. I need to look good today. I need to travel today. I need personal data today. I need to upload my videos. I need to be able to have technology. I need my music degree also. I have my music degree. I need also some softwares in technology to help myself make music. I need to also grab anything I need in terms of technology that's going to help me move forward. I also have a subscription plan with Mega Drive. I give them $13 a month. I also get to keep my content. I get to show you. I get to really elaborate. I get to become a star. I also get to go and brand myself for free. I have 1,700 photos in 170 posts in Instagram. I promise you that it makes a difference. I promise you that people will come and see. I also have to go now and I have to grab all this attention. I will say how I do it. I work everything. When I work everything, I just grow from everything. I just fucking dive into it. I fucking never need the money to dive in. I just fucking go into this person. I thank you for your follow. I thank you for your like. I fucking go and message someone. I say, I love this about you. I need to broadcast you into my podcast. Would you be willing to be inside my podcast? I never care about them and if they never reply. I say when they never reply, I never need them. I just go somewhere else. I came to promote them. I need you to realize I write in my journal every single day. I'm always connecting the dots about my life. I see this person today, I swear they're talking about me. I realize they're talking about me with other people. I can hear the in-between messages and what's being said. I promise you that when people are talking behind your back, I promise you that you will always hear it. I never need you to see that it's something bad. I promise you it's something good. I need you to always see everything. I never need you to block your sights. I need you to see that you deserve everything when you work for free. I do this for free. I was called the 1 cent man before. I was working for 1 cent per hour. I was stupid for even saying that. I realized that working for 1 cent an hour back in Hobart, I realized I was giving people my business cards. I called myself the 1 cent man. I realized that is stupid. I am more than 1 cent. I am freedom now. I never have to price myself with any number. I also am number one though. I always call myself the number one man now. I never have to be the 1 cent man. I realized how it helped me move forward. I realized that many people will never care about you when you never give them attention. I realized that the more work you do with people in terms of attention and help them to see you and how you do and what you do, I promise you the more attention that you'll grab. I promise you that when you go into people, I promise that more people will come into you. I promise that when you're helping people really for free and you give them your time for free, I promise that God will always lead you into the real path of freedom. Always realize that freedom is the real path. I promise you those people who are simplistic about what they say and what they're doing, I promise you they're always lifting others up. I promise you I have millionaires now coming in to see what I do. I have millionaires loving my profile. I have just one landing page. I just have my beautiful mega drive. I have my journals in there. I have my audio podcast in there. I have all my photos in there. I have everything I've ever done in my life inside my mega drive. I just have a storage. I never care about YouTube. I never care about anything else. I never even put my audio products inside Spotify because they charge you. I realize I can fucking just put it in my mega drive. I realize I give money for it anyway. I realize that Spotify is a scam. I realize no matter what, that you make 1,000 music tracks, I promise you they'll charge you $15 for every music track you put inside Spotify. I promise you'll be giving $15,000 a year to have 1,000 music tracks inside Spotify. I realize that it's a scam. I realize I've learned something along with making music now. I went and I made myself a track. I placed $1,200 into one music track. I went and got the musicians. I said, I need you to play 3 saxophones. I'll give you the money for it. I went and got myself a bass guitarist. I gave him the money for it. I need you to play me a melody over here. I went and got the drums. I need you to play me a drum solo track over here. I went and got myself, I got myself a guitarist. I got myself an electric guitarist. I went and got myself a female one. I realized I gave her money to do me some solos. I realized I got more in return. I went and got myself a trumpet player. I got myself a saxophone player to play over my melody. I realized I have a beautiful, nice jazz music and rock track. I also have a nice club mix going. I have a nice, beautiful track that is really amazing. I also gave $1,200 so I can learn that. I gave $1,200 for all the experiences of grabbing all these people and also for implementing what I've learned inside music production so far. I promise you that the more money I put into my music, I promise you that I do much better. I learn much more. I'm more invested into my music. I promise you that I'll never go backwards now since I've gained and since I really gave $3,000 into my music. I've also given $13,000 to Australian Institute of Music for some 2 ideas they gave me about music. I promise you they're little small ideas. I realized that experience is also $16,000 I put into my music. I put more into my music than I have in self-education. I gave money into self-education around $1,500. I may have done about $2,500. I gave 16 grand into music. I love it though. I love it. I love music. I've learnt more with self-education. I've learnt more. I promise you that I've helped myself increase my vitality and my confidence and my longevity and who I am in the process of everything I've done. I'm a much better person. I'm always speaking much better. I'm always writing more. I'm always doing more. I'm always planting more ideas inside my journal. I also have a newsletter every single day that you can go and check out in my journal. I realize that my newsletter is my journal. I post 2, 3, 4 newsletters every single day about my life. I just write about anything. I just write about what's going on in my life. I realize that you can go and tune into it. I realize that you can learn. I add value into it. I add everything into my journal. I add everything about me. I add everything about my day. I add everything about how my day went. I promise you that you can learn from that. I promise you that I give you more ideas. I promise you the better you get. I promise you that is how to work everything. I promise you that those people who are always fundamental in their skills and behavior and what they do behind the scenes, and also exposing themselves in a way that they are fully in front of people and never hiding anything anymore. I promise you I've got nothing to hide anymore. I realize that you can call me anything in the fucking world. I've been that already. I've been a killer in a way that I've killed myself. I've never murdered anyone. I've murdered myself in a way that I died so much. I was suffering so much. I've murdered myself in a way that I failed so much. I can say that. I realize that no matter what you call me, I can be that. I was a coward. I was a pedophile in a way I was dying. I was a pessimist because a pessimist is a pedophile. I've done everything, guys. I need you to realize that no matter what happens, you need to always broaden your horizon, and you need to really lift yourself no matter what you've done. I realize now I can pick up all the friends I've had. I realize I can start a new bond. I realize now I can water it. I can keep it growing. I realized before I fucking destroyed everyone. I destroyed everyone. I said, I never fucking need you in my life. I never fucking need you. I fucking never need you either. I promise you they went their separate ways. I promise you I fucking had to go search for them again. I had to fucking say, I apologize. I fucking needed time off. I had to go focus on me. I realize now I'll do better than them because I left the crowd. I realize I fucking deleted the whole crowd. I fucking went and traveled for 10 months. I never fucking spoke to them at all. I never came back to the crowd either. I just fucking, when I need to speak with someone, I just go and speak with them. I just plant a little seed there. I start to grow it. I start to have fun. I start to social media now. I remember the MSN days. I remember there used to be Bebo and MSN. I realized that was when I was 13. I realized no matter what, in those times, I was doing something of just messaging women and friends. Always. I realized I came back into that nature. I've got so much more to do. I realize I've got a way more exciting life. I just fucking focus on myself, and when I need to message someone, I fucking go and do it. I just grow it this time. I never fucking blame them. I never fucking cheat them out. I never fucking backstab them. I used to bring other people in my message between us. I realize, for example, I realize that your name may be Sonia. I say also your name may be Daniel. I will just make sure that I'm speaking with you. I remember that Romeo guy. Do you remember the Romeo guy? I realized that me and him were never really good. I realized no matter what, when you're bringing other people into your message, I need you to realize that between us, you need to focus your friendship with me only. I never need you to bring your girlfriend into the picture with me. I realize otherwise, you are fucking speaking bad about your girlfriend. I promise you, because you have already included your girlfriend into the message with us. I have fucking nothing to do with your girlfriend. I never need you bringing your mum and dad into the photo of us two. I realize when it's between us bros, I need you to keep it between us bros. I realize when it's between me and you, my sisters, I promise you it's just between us. I never need you to include another guy into this picture. I realize that's drama. I realize you're talking bad about somebody else. I also can never bring anybody from my life into the picture with you. I realize when I bring other people into the picture with you, I have to speak positively about them. I can bring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I can say that he's the most inspirational person I've ever seen. I promise you, I can say that. I promise you, that lifts him up. I promise you that he will hear the message already. I promise you, when I speak negatively about him, I promise you I've already lost. I never need you to bring other people in the first place into this friendship. I never need you to bring anybody into this friendship. I need you to realize that you speak positively about everybody. I need you to realize that you just keep it between us. I never care about anybody else. I realize that's what I do. I realize when I speak about somebody, I just speak about them in a positive way. I realize you may be a person saying this person's shit and you're living with them. I'll say, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I never care about that person. I never said anything about them. I agreed though. I agreed. I just agreed with you. I need you to realize that no matter what, I agree in a way that I can still grow with you. I realize when I denied what you just said, I realize I just went with the other person. I excluded you from what you said, and you just talk crap about the other guy. I realized you said that, I just went with the other guy. I'll never even do that either. I'll never backstab you. I'll never go with the other person when you're talking shit about the other person. I'll say, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I also will say in my videos to never say that. I can also say with that person, I can say, I appreciate that you speak positively about people. I then will get into an argument. I'll just do what Jet Li said. I just agree. I just agree about everything. I agree about what they say. I realize what you're saying. I realize when you agree with people, I realize that you'll never get into an argument. I never need arguments. I just agree. I need you to realize that's how you work everything. I need you to agree with everything that's happening. I never need you to deny it. I realize that when you're denying everything, you're always going to fall. You're always going to be less of who you are. You're always going to realize that you're rejecting yourself in the process. I never need you to reject yourself. I need you to lift yourself. I need you to accept who you are and agree with what's going on. I realize many people hate the coronavirus that's going on. I fucking love it. I realize other people hate it. I realize they're denying it. I realize they're scared of it. I fucking love the virus going on around. I fucking love it. I have no virus. I'm fucking growing. I love it. I'm a person always growing. I realize no matter what, when I swear in my videos and in my I am statements in that manner, I realize it works out. I realize no matter what, that you always speak your I intent and really have a clue about life. I am so brilliant that I can really extract all metaphors and show you a rainfall and a thunderstorm with Jesus on top, riding a unicorn horse. I promise you that no matter what, I see a spaceship coming with Albert Einstein with Nikola Tesla walking a dog. I can show you no matter what that you need to lift yourself either way. You need to show people that you have talent. You need to show people that you're doing something incredible. You need to really inspire people in a way that you can always work everything. You can always work everything when you're growing. You can always work everything when you just lift people. You need to lift yourself in the process and never be offended that another woman went with another man. I promise you that I used to get offended with women. I used to say, I swear this woman's going for another guy. I swear I used to die from that. I used to get so lonely because of that. I realized this woman's going to get with another guy. I used to be even dirty-minded. I used to be even more dirty-minded than that. I used to say this woman's going to fuck another guy. I used to be that type of person. I realize now I look at this beautiful woman, I say I have more skills than her. I am more attractive than her. I have more of everything than her. I fucking work more for God than her. I fucking have more lifespan. I have fucking more than her. I realize she's holding alcohol in her hand. I realize she has some guy who's on steroids. I realize that. I realize she has a dog. I never need a dog in my life. I never need that woman. I realize she has plastic tits. I don't care. I never care, guys. I realize no matter what, I never let a woman get to me anymore. I realize I outgrow people. I used to be like, I used to be a guy who said, I fucking have no sex. I have no sex. I swear I have no woman to give me sex. I fucking manned up. I said, I fucking never need them to have sex. I realize I have me. I realize I have Jesus. I have God. I do work for free. I fucking get to the high level and status of life. I promise you that fucking women everywhere will fucking lift themselves at me. I promise you then I'll just be going fucking around. I promise you I'll just go fucking around. I swear. I never care. I can do it. I can be single and fuck around for the rest of my life. I realized that some people will fucking get negative about that. I never care. I realize they're stuck anyway. I realize they're jealous. I realize that there are people out there who have fucking 12 women with them always, every single day. I realize they're fucking just always banging. I love it. I love that type of style. I love that you can do that in life. I agree with that. I agree. I agree that the more the merrier. I realize no matter what, that I can also be funny. I can be funny. I just realize I have respect also. I have respect to never degrade myself. I also used to watch pornography. I used to degrade myself. I used to fucking just realize that all women are just going for other guys. I realized no matter what, that those women who are fucking those guys are working for money. I realized the guy's just giving them money. I realized that they're lying. That they're having free sex. I realized that the women are working for money. I realized that the women are only with those guys for the money. I realized no matter what, that only a couple of women may have sex inside pornography and be doing it with some guy. I realized that is a couple. I mean, an actual couple. I mean, an actual couple would get inside pornography and tape themselves having sex for free. I realize everything else is fucking money made. I realize you see hot women having orgies with other guys and other guys having orgies with women. I promise you that those guys and those people gave money to those women. I promise you that it's really rarely the woman that's giving the money in those pornography films. I realize no matter what, I realize that equally women and men are always giving money. I realize that in the porn films, it's more that the men are giving the woman money for sex. I've rarely seen that a woman's giving guys money for sex. I realize no matter what, you have to realize that you are a person always growing. You need to realize that the world is giving everything equally and that the world is doing everything equally. I'll just pause this video for 1 second so that I can place a nice beautiful charger port so that my video will never die. I love how I can actually pause the video right here on my Samsung A20 Galaxy. I realize it's an amazing feature as iPhone never even has that type of ability. I realized that just today, I said I'll keep my phone that I have. I realized that I can get myself a new phone. I realized that Mega Drive has been stuffing around with me. I realized that it's been uploading photos really slowly for some reason. I realized now I just upload everything from my phone. I do everything in terms of business, mind, and entrepreneurship with my phone. I realized my laptop stuff has everything to do with podcasting also and my music. I realized I can do podcasting with people around the world through the internet. I can have a nice Zoom channel going. I can have them inside my screen and I can also post and I can go on Snapchat and find anybody on Snapchat to do podcasts with and also get the audio from that and the video and put it into my podcast channel and also my beautiful Mega Drive. I realize no matter what that I always conclude that I do 3 hours of video every single day so that I can really boost my skills and do it for free so that no matter what, in the long run, I can have 9 years of video in this lifetime. I realize no matter what, that 9 years of video, you have to imagine that. I realize that's a lot of content that you can do for free. I realize I do it for free, I do it for God. I realize I'm always never a slave to money. I'm always never a slave to anybody else. I am the boss now. I realize that to be the boss, you have to work for free. You need to realize that you need to be a boss. You also need to never work for anybody else except for something bigger than yourself. I work for God. I work for God. I work for something bigger than myself. I just do it for God. I never fucking care about anything else. I realize that there is a God. I realize that there is something bigger than myself. I realize I'm always connecting the dots. I'm always doing exactly as I can to succeed so I can do more for everything I do. I realize I do more for everything for something above me. I do something more so that I can really privilege myself to do even better. With every single video, I am progressing. I'm always doing more. I'm always living life. I'm always looking for a better way of dealing with life. I'm always looking for a better idea. I'm always looking for something much greater than myself. I find it in freedom. I find it in the free road. I find it in giving for free. I give money for free. I make sure that no matter what, that the world is prospering when they enter my channel. I'll never scam you anymore. I used to be a person, I thought that everybody was doing something good by pricing their content for free. I used to believe that. I never knew what I was doing when I was pricing my content. I used to believe others about working for money. I used to believe that was a deal. I was lied to by people. I realized no matter what, I came in the moment with Gary Vaynerchuk. I realized that person is doing something for free in order to succeed. I started to listen to him and do what he does. I realize now, since I've went that road, I realize that Gary Vaynerchuk really helped me to unlock that path for myself. I realize that nobody else has said for me to work for free except for Gary Vaynerchuk. I realize that nobody else would ever say that except for Gary Vaynerchuk. I realize I now say it the most. I need you guys to work for free. I realize that I work something for above myself anyway. I'm now all about the freedom road. I'm all about the Gary Vaynerchuk freedom road. I love that. I love that you can work for free and never expect anything in return. I was so inspired by that. I said, fuck the money. I fucking don't care about money. I realized that all the people around me are fucking worried about money. I will fucking never care about money. I'll fucking have it anyway. I went and fucking improved my habits. I went and done something to look good. I went and done something to make sure that I become vegan. I went and studied nutrition. I went and fucking studied self-education. I went and fucking got every fucking idea that I can. I'm fucking still getting ideas. I'm still learning. I'm still gaining that curiosity about the world and about where I am. I'm always self-reflecting. I'm always in my journal. I fucking hear I hear John C. Maxwell saying, I need you to write in a journal every idea that you can. I fucking go in a journal. I start fucking typing. I fucking done it. I promise you that I'll never write your journal for you. I'll fucking never write your story for you. I promise you that people will challenge you in a fucking interview and will say that you fucking know nothing about what you're doing. I fucking stay away from those people.